Susan, I'm so excited about this year that we've planned out. What are
I'm
you,
ecstatic.
which ones are you excited about?
Well, food frequency is one that just speaks to my heart because I, I don't even like to really eat, if I'm going to be totally honest. Like I don't eat because I'm hungry. I eat because I know I have to eat right now because that's to keep the body going. But ultimately, food is optional, and there's a lot of different ways to get food, get nutrition, get energy, and it doesn't necessarily have to be with you consuming products and items.
Yeah, and I love that you're calling it food frequency, you guys, because we're going to learn and she's going to teach you how to use your intuition to pick the foods that are good for you. The other thing I'm really excited about, and this is something that people are very familiar with your workshops, is that how do you know what guides are talking to you? How do you get close to them? Sometimes you need to remove people from your team or from your body even, and we're going to find out how to do that. How did you learn how to do all that? Did you just see them and feel them, or was it something that you learned along the way?
Yeah, I've like the way I came in was my mom's water broke on August 22nd, and I wasn't born until September 8th. And that, when you do the math, that's 18 days. And I've known that my whole life. It's just been this thing. Oh, yeah, mom's water broke, auntie's water broke, then Susan was born. But it was only recently within the past 5 years that I sat down and did the math. It was like, holy cow, that's 18 days. Like, is that even possible? And I was told no, it wasn't. So I physically should not be here. And then I started to remember things. And I remember being in, heaven with God, and he opened his arms and he showed me all of these, twinkling lights in there. And I was like, what's that? And he said, those are all the souls. Those are all the spirits. Those are all the beings that are waiting for you on earth right now. And you've got to go. And I knew this lifetime was going to be just tumultuous. And I was a hard, like, look, I'm tapping out. And then when he showed me all those people who were like waiting for me to get here, to go through the trauma of this lifetime, to have the experiences in order to be able to relate frequency wise with them, I was a go. And so I arrived. But, I've always been able to speak with my relatives who passed on. And I don't know if it's just my family's anchor, but we would have like the same picture of our elders, our ancestors, in different frames, but the same picture in all of our homes. So when we would go over to each other's families' homes for holidays, we would talk about the good old days and do you remember when? And we'd get photo albums, or we set up the movie camera projector, and yeah, it was that generation. And like they would show up by their pictures, and it's the energy, it's like us celebrating them. And so they would show up, and I was able to like interact with them while they were there. So it's expanded a lot. When I One of my mentors said to me one day, what if this is what you've been asking for? And I had to sit back and I was like, oh, wow, yeah. Yes, this is exactly what I've been asking for. And it's all divinely timed and it's all divinely guided. And I cannot wait to share my wealth of knowledge, my personal experiences, the, information, the research that I've done, the aha, things that people get, after just speaking. And, just being in my frequency actually shifts people's vibration. And it's truly magical.
Yeah, it is really magical. I've watched you do it online. I've watched you do it in person. I mean, we're talking about people who've really struggled with certain things, and then all of a sudden, from 1 minute to the next, they have this new lease on life. And I always thought, yeah, it's your connection with your team and it's your connection with their team and your authority to know. It's almost like precision. And it's so funny because you make it fun and you're also very, precise about it. It's like, okay, we're going to get down to business. We're going to take care of this. So if any of you guys out there are feeling like maybe Susan was feeling like, hey, wait a minute, I asked for all these abilities, or how do I get the abilities that that I'm asking for currently, these are hands-on workshops that are so powerful. So this is like every month on the last Sunday of the month, Susan is going to be doing a hands-on workshop with you guys, whether it's color therapy, whether it's Starseed Kids, whether all these different things, right? Abundance, that's going to be happening. And you can get the whole season or you can sign up individually. So if you get the whole season, there's a members discount as well, which is awesome. And all the proceeds of this are actually donated to scholarships. There's a very small third of this goes towards Susan. She's donated the rest to make sure that you guys are out there and there's scholarships that can go out to the people that can't afford it. So this is awesome. And I wanted to ask you about the animal one, because I know Coffee was really interested in the animal communication. And I know you have a lovely cat. I don't even see it here. Tell us about that workshop.
She's hiding her. Yeah. So I am so excited about animal communication because it's not what you've been led to believe. It's not about like some people can hear and communicate auditorily, with words, and other people get the knowledge of it. They just know what's happening. Some people can hear it. Some people can feel the animal is in pain or is happy or is sad or is, dying. So there's going to be a lot of different ways that I'm going to be able to tap in and show you, and you'll be able to identify which one is your strongest way of communicating with animals. And you're going to find out a lot about pets and wild animals, and how humanity fits into the process with that, and how nature's been able to contribute to us along the way, and the animals are a part of it. We just haven't acknowledged that yet. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be a blast.
So exciting, you guys. Well, so click the link below to go ahead and register. You'll get archives for the whole season if you go that route. If not, we'll send it out individually for each season. So thank you so much, Susan, for sharing your lifetime of wisdom and wizardry with us. And thanks for showing up after 18 days in the drought.
That's okay. I'm excited because I think we're going to do healing at the same time.
Yeah.
On that
Right.
night.
Just
So
being in this frequency is going to be powerful.
And I'm very interactive, like, all hands on deck. Like, let's get this done. Like, you're here, I'm here, today's the day and now's the time. Let's party on.
Totally.